The story begins with a young woman named Malina lying unconscious for what feels like an eternity. When she finally wakes, confusion hits. She's trapped in the trunk of a moving car. The lid is slightly cracked, giving her hope, but her body is too weak and numb to crawl out. Soon, footsteps approach. It's Don, a dangerous man hooked on drugs, and the one who kidnapped her. Through the small opening, she spots a trash bag near the bumper. Inside, her phone. Don picks it up, about to throw it away, but Malina reacts fast. She snatches the device and slips back into the trunk, pretending to still be out cold. Don, unsuspecting, slams the trunk shut and drives off. In the pitch dark, Malina fumbles with her phone, desperately trying to call her boyfriend, Eno. No answer. Dread washes over her. Has Don already hurt him? Her fear intensifies when she sees Eno's cap lying inside the trunk. With her pulse racing, she kicks at the trunk, but nothing budges. Just then, her best friend calls. Malina whispers through tears that she's been kidnapped, trapped in a trunk, and that Eno has vanished. But her friend doesn't believe her, assuming it's some twisted prank. Still, she sends Malina a link with tips to break free. Malina tries every method, but each attempt fails. Exhausted and trembling, she mutters to herself, "What kind of nightmare is this?" Desperate, she tries dialing the police, but there's no signal. Searching frantically, she finds her camera, the one she used earlier on her trip. Scrolling through its footage, she uncovers the horrifying truth. Eno had argued with Don earlier. Things escalated until Don pulled a gun, forcing Malina into his car. He shoved a bottle of water at her. When she refused, he pressed the weapon to her face until she drank it. The drugged water knocked her out, leading to this very moment. At last, a weak signal appears. She calls 911. A female detective answers, urging her to stay calm. Malina tries to share her location, but the connection is unstable and the GPS fails. The detective reassures her, "We'll find you, just hold on." Suddenly, her father's name flashes across the screen. Relief fades quickly. His voice isn't panicked, but furious. He accuses her of staging the kidnapping. Convinced Don tricked him into believing this is all a scam to get ransom money, Malina pleads, her voice breaking. "Dad, please, I'm telling the truth. I need you to believe me." Hearing her desperation, he softens at last. "All right, sweetheart, I believe you. I'll do everything I can." Then comes a devastating discovery. The reason she's weak and dizzy isn't just fear. Don has removed one of her kidneys. He left the wound barely stitched, leaving her bleeding out. But Malina is a doctor. With sheer willpower, she takes a lighter, cauterizing the wound herself. The agony is unbearable. She bites down hard on Eno's cap to muffle her screams. Tears blur her vision, but she fights through, using an earring to pierce a small drainage hole and tying a shoelace as a tourniquet. The bleeding slows, but her strength wanes. The detective calls again, asking her to listen for sounds outside. Malina hears fuel being pumped. Don has stopped at a gas station. She tells the detective, who instructs her to scream. Malina yells with all her strength, but no one hears. The station is empty. Only Don hears. He storms back, rips open the trunk, and grins darkly. "You think you can escape me? That's never happening. Stay quiet, or it ends now." Terrified, Malina hides her phone, but the detective's voice suddenly blares from the speaker. Thinking fast, she lets out a scream to mask the sound. Furious, Don slams the trunk shut and speeds off. Malina exhales shakily, grateful her quick thinking saved her secret. Moments later, the detective calls again. Police need Don's license plate to track him, but Malina doesn't know it. The search grows harder. She fears this is the end. The detective keeps her calm, whispering, "Don't give up, we're coming." Inside the trunk, Malina finds a wrench in a toolbox. She smashes the taillight, waving her hand through the opening as the car stops at a red light. Rain pours in, and dehydrated, she drinks it to survive. For a moment, a police cruiser spots her hand, but Don notices too. He swerves violently, crashing into other cars before speeding away. The brutal jolts reopen her wound, leaving her barely conscious. On the phone, she learns Don is driving farther from the city. The detective assures her, "We're right behind you, just hold on." Malina, sobbing, insists they'll never make it in time. The detective repeats, "Do not give up." In her despair, she smashes a glass bottle in the trunk. As shards scatter, she spots something in the reflection, the car's license plate. Her heart leaps. For the first time, hope surges. With this number, the police can track Dawn. But just as she's about to call it in, her phone rings. It's Eno. The moment Malina hears Eno's voice on the other end of the line, tears stream down her cheeks. Relief floods her. He's alive. But what he says next freezes her blood. In a rushed whisper, Eno warns, "Malina, do exactly as I say. If you tell the police about the license plate number, he'll kill us both." Her hand shakes. Confusion and dread spiral through her mind. Before she can process it, the detective calls again, voice tense. "Malina, your father paid the ransom, but the kidnapper hasn't made contact." Malina feels paralyzed. One thought burns in her mind. What does Dawn really want with me? Haunted by Eno's warning, she swallows her fear and decides not to share the plate number with the detective. Minutes later, Dawn's car reaches a police checkpoint where officers stop and inspect vehicles. If Malina had revealed the number, if she'd had the courage, she could have been free. But trapped between doubt and Eno's plea, she lets the chance slip away. Later, Malina calls Eno again, desperate for answers. As they speak, she hears a muffled sound in the background, a noise that chills her to the bone. Then realization strikes. Eno isn't far away. He's inside Dawn's car. Shock rips through her. How? Why? Panic rising, she calls the detective, demanding the number of the person who contacted her father for ransom. When she sees it, her stomach drops. It's Eno's number. The truth hits like a blade. Eno orchestrated the kidnapping. Dawn was never the mastermind, only a pawn. Devastated, she calls him again, her voice breaking. "Why, Eno? Why would you do this?" His tone is flat, stripped of affection. "There's no point hiding it anymore. I hired Dawn. I was drowning in debt. You're the daughter of a rich man. Dawn promised quick money, selling one of your kidneys. I never wanted you hurt, Malina. I swear." Her chest tightens, tears blurring her vision. "If you had just told me, I would have given you everything, Eno." But his tone shifts, heavier now, laced with dread. "It's too late. Dawn won't let you go. You've seen his face. That means no one can save you now." Silence fills the line. Then Malina whispers through tears, "Eno, I'm pregnant. I'm carrying your child. If you let him kill me, he'll kill our baby too." The words hit him like thunder. He didn't know. For the first time, panic takes hold. Guilt burns through his veins. Something inside him snaps. He shouts at Dawn, "Stop the car. I'll pay you double. Just let her go." But Dawn's reply is merciless. "Too late. She's seen my face. If you try anything, you die with her." Eno's breathing quickens. Fear transforms into determination. No longer thinking about money or even himself, he thinks about his child. With a sudden burst of courage, he lunges at Dawn, shoving him hard. The car swerves violently, tires screeching across the asphalt. In the chaos, Eno manages to pull Malina out of the trunk. For a fleeting second, hope flares in her eyes. Then, gunfire. A single deafening shot. The bullet tears through Eno's chest. He gasps, stumbling, before collapsing lifelessly onto the ground. Dawn wastes no time. He drags Malina back into the trunk, shoving Eno's corpse beside her. His plan is clear. He'll dispose of them together. Inside the suffocating darkness, Malina breaks down. Her whispers are filled with grief and rage. "Eno, you betrayed me. I loved you, and you sold me out for money." Her sorrow twists into fury. She makes a vow. "Dawn will not live. Even if it costs me my life, I'll take him down." Her trembling fingers search the trunk until they close around a sharp metal tool. She waits, silent, for the right moment. Then, with every ounce of strength, she jams it into the tire. The car jolts violently. Dawn loses control. Tires scream as the vehicle spirals out of command, crashing through a guardrail. In an instant, it plunges into the river below. The impact bursts the trunk open. Cold water floods in. Malina fights through the chaos. Lungs burning, body aching, she pushes herself upward, refusing to give in. Just as her chest feels like it will explode, she breaks the surface, gasping for air. And then she hears them. Police siren wailing across the night. She's alive. Against all odds, Malina survived. That night, she faced death 100 times. She lost the man she thought she loved. She endured betrayal, cruelty, and unbearable pain. But in the end, her courage, her will to survive, and her unyielding determination carried her through. And with that, the film reaches its chilling, unforgettable conclusion.
End the movie. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out our other recaps and subscribe for more content. And leave comment below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.